Ladies and gents, welcome back to the Premier League review show, Matchday 12, which means we're basically a third now, like officially a third in. No more international break, said that last time. And the weekend, only 9 games in, obviously the biggest game on tonight. The Reds versus the Blues, Old Trafford, Monday night. Talk about forgetful, but it's been a good weekend. Your lads won.
Yep.
I'll talk about them later on. I was pretty impressed with that. We all watched that on Saturday night. Liverpool dropped points, City dropped points, Arsenal won, Tottenham embarrassed. So, classic weekend of football, isn't it? It was. I'll save my key talking point because I'll probably ramble, but it felt like this season it's going to be 19 other teams just competing, and there's one that just separates themselves.
Yeah.
That's what the weekend sort of felt like for me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think you're true. And I know most of the big outlets will talk about the person top before December and top before Christmas statistically always wins, and we'll get to that. But I think it passes the eye test as well, not just the stats.
Yeah. The vibes, the eyes, it's all pointing in one direction, especially after last night. Well, that's my key talking point. Arsenal look inevitable right now. They really look like how can you stop this team? We had the chance match day 1 when they were unfresh, and we had the new players joining. We got close but couldn't do the job. I thought Newcastle was a big chance to drop points. They won that one. I thought last night was another chance. They won that one. And it just was the 4 big games, even City as well. They've just managed it. Yeah. And this year they've been the better team in every single game. They've lost one where they got beaten by a Sabozlé screamer. Yeah. They've done it away. They've done it at home. They've done it versus their bogey teams. It's okay, I just think no one can beat them.
Well, and also you look at that Liverpool game and you go, or you look at their season as a whole so far, and it looks like they've played without nerves in every single game. They've just gone and it's the first few games of the season. Yeah. The Liverpool game they had, it looked nervy. Mm-hmm. It looked a bit nervy. It felt nervy watching it. Mm-hmm. You get the sense from highlights even. Yeah. And then obviously a screamer to sort of seal the deal. But otherwise, I think if they hold on to this mentality of it's our season, I think they take it pretty convincingly over the line.
I think 6 points clear already. Yeah. And I was big on City last week. It shows how quickly times can change, but it just got the sense they'd won 7 out of 8, I think, coming into the weekend, and lose that one. But then you're I don't see Arsenal losing 2 games in 8. And I don't see City winning 8 in a row. And that's sort of in my head where they've already got the 6-point gap. Yeah. They just held Spurs to 25% possession basically. I'm just thinking 6 points is normally not much in the Premier League with Man City. Yeah. But with this current City, I don't see them going and winning 15 in a row. I don't see them doing that. And I can't see Arsenal dropping 2 games in a row.
I think it more I don't think losses are going to decide this season between City and Arsenal. I think it's draws. Yeah. And because those draws count for a lot of drop points, even though it but I agree with you. And going on to that point, I don't think City win as many games as Arsenal draw. Yeah, if that makes sense.
I think the draw thing is important because Arsenal coming into this season, and that's why I was really impressed with the Newcastle game. That's why I was ultra impressed last night. Is that I was always critical in the final third. And I was they can't break down a low block. They struggle against teams that actually want to sit in and make it frustrating, or they struggle preventing the counter attack. But last night, that assist from, or the pre-assist from Eze for the first goal, little dink, 2 yards, crazy. Then pressing to get the third goal, 30 seconds in after half time. And I'm that's how you create goals. That's how you beat a team that didn't want to concede a goal. Tottenham came there not wanting to concede. They put 4 past them. And that's scary because Tottenham had been the best away team in the league. They'd been one of the best defensive teams in the league. They came there wanting just to defend, and they slapped them silly. Yeah. And you're just thinking, that was the last jigsaw puzzle left for Arsenal. Big games, beating big teams and attacking them. Yep. And they've done that now. Newcastle, Man City and Tottenham. It's the puzzle's pretty full.
Yeah.
It's
we'll
pretty
see,
together.
We'll see how they handle the Chelsea Chelsea team.
That was sort of my second part of it. This is the final test, it feels like, on the weekend.
Yeah.
Chelsea coming up.
Yeah. There's, funny enough, I think there's games that hold more weight. This Chelsea team looks like they going to crumble under any amount of pressure. And I know that it seems harsh, but we weren't as convincing as the scoreline suggested. 2-0, I thought Burnley were going to score the first goal.
Yeah.
I think for the first third of the game, they were ahead in every stat. Match momentum was going crazy. But maybe some drive and a big game midweek sort of eases the nerves, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I think, I don't want to say it, but Barca at Champions League midweek sounds a lot scarier.
Yeah, it's pretty fair enough.
At least on paper, we need to do well in Champions League. Arsenal kind of already 6 points ahead.
Yeah.
And we didn't expect to be in a title race.
Just dropped in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Sort of for that. No, I'll talk about Chelsea later on because I was impressed in a certain manner of the way the result happened. But then Arsenal also have Bayern Munich, I'm pretty sure, midweek as well. So both teams are coming off crazy fixtures. I guess I'm finally going to wrap up on the Arsenal thing. When I watched last night and I look at the progression the team's made, signings like this year, Madueke, Eze, Zubimendi, Mosquera, Hincapie, and then last year, Marino, Raya, Calafiori. Those 8 players were great last night, have been key this season. I think, that's the blueprint.
Yeah.
Once your team's good, like Chelsea and get, obviously like City are, you add the right pieces and you just elevate yourself to the next level. Yeah. Whereas you've got Liverpool, great team, add a lot of good names, but not the right pieces.
Yeah.
And it just nosedives.
Yeah.
So fair play to Arsenal's recruitment because players like Madueke I thought was long gone. I thought Zubimendi was overrated. Marino, I know he was good, but I didn't realise he's this good.
Yeah,
Mosquera for how cheap they got him, Hincapie for how cheap they got him. Talking about Hincapie being a invincible winner 2 years ago. They've made these signings, and obviously Eze last night. He brought the South London swagger to the North London derby, so it felt like it was a cold performance. It was unbelievable. And I love Eze. Eze, Elise, the Palace team, I can back him all day long. It hurts me to say that he dominated for Arsenal, but that signing there had a so-so start the season, put out on the left, played at the 10. He just tore he was laughing at Tottenham. He tore the game apart. It was unbelievable.
Nonchalant King was hit 3 of the coldest thought out celebrations.
Yeah.
He was feeling it. He was feeling it.
He was feeling it. It felt like Jesse Lingard nearly rocking on the Emirates again. That's what it felt like. It was his playground out there in the Emirates. So Eze at his best. And again, I'm so harsh, but Erdogan needs to get out because Eze at the 10.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. You got Saka cooking on the right. Marino's the striker for me is the way you have to go forward because he's just unbelievable as a striker. Rice and Zubimendi, well, good luck getting past them.
Yeah.
And then you lose the best defender in the league and you put Hincapie in and it's no difference.
Yeah. I was a bit skeptical with that. I thought Mosquera earned his
I agree.
start, but
same difference.
Then the good thing with Arteta, and we I think I spoke about it a few weeks ago, and the fact that he can just drop players and put players into his system, and no one kicks up a stink.
Yeah,
it's that trust in a manager that gets you far, and that's how Pep Roulette started and worked out for him.
Yeah,
I think it'll get him far.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
100%. Well, yeah. Before we go into winners, Eze is a winner for me for the weekend, but I couldn't include him because I thought can't do too much Arsenal chat.
Of course,
I'll be honest. Eze, he was unbelievable last night. The best I've seen him since probably the FA Cup final. All right, so that was your key talking point as well. Actually.
No. My key talking point was literally just Liverpool dominating everything except just get shots on target and you score. You can't score from not hitting the target.
Liverpool's they're just muttered.
Unbelievable. What was it? 75% possession, but less shots on target. And then less goals.
Yeah. It's back-to-back 3-0 losses, but they haven't played particularly bad.
No.
But they haven't been good either.
No.
But it goes to show, though, this is what I was thinking about coming into today, is that backing up from a title was very, very difficult.
Yeah.
I know this is not talking about Liverpool now, but fair play to Pep and City because they did it for 6 out of 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably more fair play to them because not many teams can back it up.
Yeah.
Liverpool tried their best. They just splashed the cash, said we're going to do it. But like I said earlier,
Well, I mean, like,
type of player.
Historically, look, I think the Athletic posted like a diagram about it, and you look back at the Prem history, like early 2000s. Okay, you have some really good teams going back to back, but then you get to like 2010s when it gets a bit more like Prem's on the rise, getting more competitive, and you don't see many back to back until City's like dominance.
Yeah,
and I think Liverpool obviously wanted a piece of that par, but didn't get it right, like you said.
No, it was a tricky old performance, but yeah, that's it. That's for me to come
tricky
up.
trees.
Tricky trees done them in. Yeah. What was I saying? The Nuno ball's coming back with Daesh. I feel like it's the same vibe again. I'm liking it what they're doing. All right, let's get to the winners. I went Rodgers/Villa, but Rodgers being back to his best. Nice little flick goal early on. Free kick, I'm not going to say good goal. I think it just was a goal. Yeah. I don't know what the keeper was doing. But seeing him do that at a tough place like Leeds and seeing Aston Villa now win again, 8 wins out of the last 9. They're top 4 now. Conceded like 11 goals, one of the least in the Premier League. Whatever Unai said after Matchday 5, it's worked because they are just flying.
Well, I mean, like you look at like the sort of dressing room atmosphere of the change, I guess, of character in goal. He tried making a tough, or he did his best to work through a tough situation with Martinez, like obviously wanting to leave for a big move, and then them obviously wanting money for an aging keeper, and it didn't work out. And then you have upset players, you have a new starting goalkeeper when your old starting goalkeeper is still there.
Yeah,
it's a tough situation, and I think he's got some support behind him. And like you said at the start of the season, there was something like in the works in the background, but I think they've worked through it.
Yeah, you can. They just look like a more complete team again. They're attacking much better, and I was impressed seeing Morgan Rodgers back because I've been pretty critical on him this season. I thought Buendia and McGinn have carried the load, but it was good to see Morgan Rodgers back. The last tick for Villa will be when Watkins gets back scoring goals, but they're top 4 without Watkins firing. Yeah, fair play to Villa.
Has he got a goal this season?
I don't think he has. I might have 1 or 2, but yeah, I haven't seen much of Ollie Watkins.
I think he's got like outside of the Prem maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's been a lean run for Ollie Watkins. So yeah, Morgan Rodgers and Villa are combined winner for me.
I've gone Arsenal being basically like statistically and then also like our test, almost certain winners. Like you said, I think this team gets like, if they go through a rough patch for them will be like a few draws in a row. Yeah. Whereas the City team is like a rough patch will be mix of losses, draws, like winless in a few. Yeah.
They're just built. They've built the statistical just like dominance where like their win-loss percentage in terms of like the best and the worst is so small that the best might not be the best to watch, but they'll get the win. But their worst is probably like grinding out a win or drawing a game, which is like ridiculous. When you got into that like much of a level, who can catch you? Especially with that competitive, as I said, all other 19 teams are. Yeah. It's just like
Yeah, but I think they're cut above, and obviously league table suggests that.
Shows that, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't rule out those Reds, mate. We're coming for this.
To be fair, if you look at how close, like, second down to, like, 13th or something, it's like 4 or 5 points. Yeah. It's crazy. So, like, I wouldn't rule anything out. The table's going to change a lot, which isn't, like, normal, apparently, but...
I think, honestly, week by week, you'll see it. Like, Bournemouth had a chance to go 4th this weekend. They drew. Now they're just mid-table. If we're at 10th right now, if we win this Monday night game, we go 3rd or something. Yeah. But we've nearly gone 2nd now how many times, and we've bottled it. So it's going to be one of those seasons where you just look at the rest of the table and just think what's going to happen each week. Second winner, I did go Chelsea because look, we always say this. There's two different types of wins. Obviously, the dominant win where you just boss it 3-0. There's also like the win where you didn't quite boss it first 35 minutes.
Yep.
But the goal you scored, I'm still looking at it thinking, what a goal. Like the assists and the header was fabulous. The way you just managed the moments and took your chances. And look, Burnley looked dangerous, but they never really looked like they were going to score. Yeah. Outside of Sanchez just being, Sanchez.
That's a real problem.
That's probably Chelsea's last spot to fix. Everywhere else is okay, looks good. And your captain went off half time, and there was some moving pieces there. You had no right back at one point, and yet you still, for me, were in the ascendancy.
Yeah.
And look at the table, you're the second on the table, and you're probably the second best team right now in the league because I think I had the stat there.
In terms of consistency, and I think we do have a bit of a ground factor to us, which City have lost, and that's what sort of I think on paper City are better quality, but they don't have any. They've got. It feels like they've got a loser mentality, and I know it's harsh to say, but it's they've gone ahead.
A lot more. When you lose Rodri, when you lose KDB, and these guys get older, you lose that winner's push. Whereas Chelsea, I think, are just developing this.
Yes,
younger players getting into their prime and say, okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Second best, I think even in consistency wise, Aston Villa ain't the most informed, then Arsenal, then you guys. So look, I can't fault it. It was a tough game, tough away game. Burnley being good at home, and you got the 3 points. So all favour to you guys. So I think Chelsea are winners on the weekend.
Yeah, I've got my second winner being Forest, just with the very, very, very valuable 3-pointer away at last season's champion. I don't think you can ask for more as a relegation scrap team. You actually can't. Yeah,
Daesh performance. Yeah, 20% possession.
3-0. It's crazy.
Forest have won there now 2 years in a row. I think they haven't lost there in 3 years. Pretty sure they drew the year before. It's a crazy record they've got there now.
Yeah.
And it was a classic heads at Murillo and Gibbs White. It just felt like
last season.
Yeah,
it felt like
last season. I was gonna have Forest in there as a winner, but I had to include another team. But I just wrote down it felt like the vibes were back at Forest initially. So I like that one. And my third winner was Newcastle because I slated them last time on this show. Yeah, I have to make up for it and apologise. It is another home win, so let me see you do it on the road. But they are so good at home. Yeah. Because yes, it was a game where both teams missed a lot of chances, but out of the chances that were there, Newcastle had the better of the lot. Yeah. They had City penned in the first 15, 20 minutes. Voldemar should have scored a hat-trick. Yeah. Barnes just scored a hat-trick. Those chances missed a plenty. And look, Haaland, I think 4 shots in the game, but outside of one chance, he was really limited in terms of his opportunities he got. So I was very impressed with what Newcastle did. I just want to see them bring that away from home. Where's this intensity when you go to Brentford? Just do it at Brentford and you'll boss them. So as much as the home crowd's a great advantage, you've got to try and take that tenacity and that winning mentality to away games. Because if they play like they do at home away, they would be in the title fight, realistically, because they play so well at home. They've taken it to Liverpool, they've taken it to Arsenal, they've beaten City now. It's just why can't we see us away?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is Holland... very un-Holland-like. He had 1.5 expected goals, but then only 0.5 XG on target, which is awful shooting grade from top striker.
It just felt like Malik Shaw, which I'll get on a bit later on, had a hell of a game. And I've heard a bit about him. Haven't really watched too much Newcastle, but seeing that game on Saturday night, I'm
where did he sign from? Milan?
Milan, yeah. They discarded him for some reason, and he
was a baller there as well.
Yeah, I was very, very impressed. So Newcastle winners for me because what a bounce back game that was.
I've gone a bit rogue.
Here we go.
But it sort of plays on to what I want to talk about later. Palace's defenders. Yeah. They've got a defender problem in terms of obviously captain leaving relatively soon. Might sell him in January, might hold on to him, probably going to have to sign 1 or 2. They've basically got their back 3 of Guehi, Lacroix, and Richards, and then a 34-year-old, what's his name? Klein, Nathaniel. And then the winner for me, JD Canvo.
This kid, yeah. He's
19-year-old.
very good.
He's played 3 games across, I think, Carabao and 2 champions. One being Liverpool 3-0 win, clean sheet. Played the full 90.
Yeah.
Clean sheet, obviously played like 7 minutes because of Richards, which was a cramp. Not injured, so he won't really get an opportunity, but I think he's a winner. He's showing class soon. I think he gets his chance.
I'm sure we started the there's another game he started with
Brighton.
as well. Brighton game. That was another nil. So another clean sheet in there as well.
No, he's got 2 clean sheets.
Clean sheet, yeah.
He's got over 180 minutes and 3 clean sheets, which is pretty good.
It shows fact, and as again, another manager I back a lot, Glasner. It shows a lot if he backs you in. So fair play to him.
Yeah.
And 19 as well, Premier League start. It's not the easiest thing to do as a centre half. Like forwards, you get it.
Yeah.
But centre halves, especially for Palace, their backline's so important to them. Yeah. But you're right. He's a massive watch and a bolter. All right, I like them. To the stinkers, the losers. And I went 2 managers, to be honest. I put the gun to the managers there, classic Premier League style. I'll start with Thomas Frank.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry, Thomas. I get it. Best defensive team away from home, best away team. But there seemed like there was no second plan, like backup plan or plan B.
Well, it should have been 4-0. Yeah. That Richarlison goal was outrageous.
Yeah.
Had Raya looking like a toss.
That's worrying because, yes, if you're Brentford, you can go there and sit in, and if you concede, you can say whatever. But this is a North London derby. You're Spurs. You're technically European champion.
Yeah.
You want to take it to your rival. You win, you go a couple points behind them, and you go second in the league.
Yeah.
But you come there, concede, and then just poo the bed, basically.
You look at past manager Ange, and same with like Chelsea Spurs. You go there with the highest defensive line possible. You lose 4-0, and people go, oh, like you took the fight there.
Yeah.
You look at this performance and you go, like, You've not tried.
There's no fight.
There was no fight. You basically rolled over,
Yeah.
and they still scored 4.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been 4-0. Mm-hmm. Like, I think every single supporter. Like, I don't like Spurs by any means, but I have respect for what Ange did, and a little bit of like you should have a bit more heart to Thomas Frank.
And that's the thing, like you mentioned Ange, that's probably a fair point. People criticise Ange only having one way.
Yeah.
Well, what's the difference here? And I get it. Thomas Frank's a good manager. He manages games very, very well. Better than Ange, obviously.
Yeah.
But it just felt like he came with only one idea to the most important game of their season. Like this was it.
Yeah.
This is their Everest. This is like, the pinnacle for them and Spurs. And that's the problem with Spurs. That is their pinnacle. A North London derby. Should be more things like Champions League and stuff.
They might be champ.
It might maybe in the future, but that just showed a bit of tactical naivety that once the first goes in, change it up.
Yeah.
Like maybe make it a back four and push your doggy as a winger and, readjust. But it took him a half time, by then the game was gone, and then you make the change at half time, put Xavi Simons on, and you concede in 30 seconds. And it's just like, it just looked like they were just willing to take the shots, and they got shot dead.
I don't think they had a shot in the box.
I think there was only 4 shots in the game. So it's not like, that's the thing, it's not like they came out of their shell once they conceded.
No.
They just stayed in their shell and just copped it.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I honestly thought there was a chance there. Arsenal off the back of a draw to Sunderland, the way that happened, going into the international break, this was it, we're going to give the Premier League a title fight if you beat them here, but no. They just rolled over.
Yeah.
So Thomas Frank, stinky for me. Stinky loser.
Same from my last point.
Yeah.
Another loser. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Palace defenders. I think Glasner and Palace are losers because they maybe two yellow cards away from basically having to field. So they've got Munoz, who's on 4.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, either between Guehi and Lacroix, they need like 2 or 3 across the 2 of them.
Right.
Something like that. But yeah, they're
cooked.
They're a bit cooked. So they obviously need Need some defenders in January.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anyone having any fire sales. There's Kanate, but he's
That's a
step above.
Yeah,
unfortunately for them. I think he'd possibly do well with a bit more.
About to say he's probably not into the performance a step above right now, but he's a league above in terms of the price tag. Well, I reckon I'd take all three Palace defenders right now for Kanate.
Oh, for sure. But you're not gonna have all three at the end of the season.
No, that's the problem. You might have none. To be honest, you might have none at the end of the season.
But yeah, I think it's not really on Palace players. It's not really on the manager. It's more on the club and the recruitment team. Like you're like 2 suspensions away from having to field a 34-year-old or a 19-year-old, and they are doing well, but that's not the type of thing you want as like pushing for European places.
Yeah. Consistency.
Champions
League, Conference League as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like they got like a week off. They're going to have 3 games a week now in Christmas.
Injuries are plenty.
Yes.
It's
a good... Actually, yeah. That might be the best pre-warning of all time. One of these yellow cards coming.
Well, they've got till game week. They have to get through game week 19.
Mm-hmm. For the refresh.
For the refresh.
Cards, yeah.
For the accumulation of like yellows.
Yeah.
But you think about it, like I think he got really lucky to not get sent off. That would have been a match ban.
Yeah.
Because he got early yellow card and then nearly got a second.
Yeah.
Then he would have been banned for a match, and you have to field Nathaniel Klein.
Yeah.
Or Canvo. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, it's ropey. It's ropey.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big watch.
Yeah.
Especially because they could have Bournemouth. They could have the whole back line go. It feels like next summer. Honestly, I reckon Munoz would definitely be attracting attention.
But he's also not like he's not young. He's like 26 or 27.
Yeah. But
so
that's almost like better though.
Well,
he's not going to be.
Yeah, but also then he's not going to go for like small money. So you think like 27 medium money.
Is it worth?
Who's going to buy that?
I mean, we might.
You should.
Yeah.
But
as a wing back, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess the only counter with that, because he is 27, you don't get that like up and down like Kirkes has given you at Liverpool, right? You know he's a experienced player that he can give you obviously Gay's gone.
Yeah.
I think Lacroix would probably be gone as well. French centre half, again, 25, 26 years old, I think. So like in that age, Chris Richards might be the only one he stays just because he's American. And he might not be attractable for some clubs. Honestly, that might be the reason. But yeah, it's a big point you raise with them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go double shot here. I'm going to Arne Slot. I'm going to go bang, bang. Franklin Slot. Headshots on the wall. Oh, God, Arne Slot. The Liverpool fans are turning as well. You don't want Liverpool fans turning.
But they did set a deadline. They said he gets to the end of the season.
True. But the last fan group I want on your bad side is probably the Liverpool fans.
Scousers.
Because they're really loving, but they can also be really, really hostile as well.
Well, I mean, after like the loyalty they've had to Klopp, like they're not going to misplace loyalty. Like one season wonder. If he were to have a bad season, they're not going to like protect him.
He's been shot in the foot with the summer transfer window as well because of how many players that come in. And Kirk has
did he have a say in
that? I know we say this, he probably didn't, but in the modern football world, again, all eyes go to the manager, unfortunately. And players like Kirkes, Isaac, Wirtz have been awful.
Yeah.
You know, Ekateka has been good, but has sort of slowed up recent weeks. It's just, and Kanate's been horrible.
Kanate should have gone.
Yeah.
But that's
the story, yeah.
That's more on Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Always wanting to run players' contracts down. But Liverpool should have entertained
other offers
and forced him out of the club, because no ways you're going to let like a 25, 26-year-old French first team centre back just cause shit in your club.
Yeah, he's got the symbol of it, and that third goal for Nottingham Forest probably was a symbol of their season, quick take and free kick. They're all just flat-footed.
Yeah.
I'm just like...
They were very flat-footed.
Yeah, flat-footed the whole game. It felt like, yeah. And we always say Antonio was the originator of this. Midfield battles win you game of football in the Premier League. They've lost about every single midfield battle, I think, this season.
Which is crazy because they started the season well with their midfield, but it seems like teams just running around there.
You work them out to run around. I don't know what it is, but it's just really bad right now.
Yeah.
And as such, the manager has to be the one to instigate some revival. If that means Chiesa starts, or that means, you bring Curtis Jones into midfield, or you recall Harvey Elliott.
He's starting. Or I don't think they're allowed to recall him because he's got optional fee.
Because that loan has not worked either, by the way. Harvey Elliott's played
I think he actually has a mandatory fee.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
But either way, I think if you attach a fee to it, you're not actually allowed to recall it. Something like
they're
that.
a bit screwed though. I think it's they're 11th with no real upside. Right
but
now.
Then again, it's 5 points to get them into second.
True. Yeah.
So I think people are overreacting, but also. He is making those big decisions, like dropping Wirtz, giving him time to assimilate, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They don't really have... They've got Robertson still, but like you yeah. There's things that haven't gone his way that are making the situation a lot worse. Obviously, like
I'd agree with that.
Frimpong injured. I think he would have been ideal for their system and done really well. He's also an older player, so I think he would have like gelled quicker.
Yeah.
Also means Salah can go in narrower.
Yeah, plays more natural position inside.
More natural position. But yeah, I agree with you. But I think it's on the recruitment team. Like, how can you can't be playing cat and mouse with Newcastle with Isak and with Ekitike, and then go and sign both of them because that is like, oh, I'm gonna taunt Newcastle by signing their replacement.
Yeah,
but I also want like that is
it's greedy.
It's greedy, but also it's not smart because you've now got two players who I wouldn't be surprised if they view each other as like, I'm like your replacement.
Yeah.
Or I'm like second best to you, or that sort of thing.
And it's made more awkward because the more expensive one, the ideal one, is actually been worse than the backup one. That makes it even more awkward.
And also like it's
a shame.
It was too much drama for one window. They should have signed one or the other. They should have, I don't know. It was just mistakes.
It was, a lot of mistakes. But unfortunately, like I said, I don't fully blame him for that, but you know how the football world works.
Yeah. And going back to what I said, I think a few weeks ago, if Slot can stay involved, AFCON and loss of like people coming back from injuries lets him play the system he wants to, which I think is like a proper like 4-2-2, 4-4-2, that sort of system. And Salah's blocking that a little bit.
It's funny because Gakpo and Salah were great on I thought they were those two best players on the weekend.
Of course.
I know what you mean though.
I'm talking about like season wide, unfortunately.
It's funny because that 1 week where they beat Villa and they beat Real, I'm like, oh, the midfield's back. Then they've been shit since. And then I've been saying, Salah and Gakpo a bit rubbish, but they've both been good the last two games and they've lost. And it's like, can we get them all playing well together at once?
Yeah,
It just hasn't.
I think over AFCON, funny enough, I think Liverpool are going to be one of the better teams.
Which is ironic because they're normally the worst during that period. But
exactly.
They might come back. Yeah, that's a good call, Papa. Yeah, I can see it happen. Your second loser?
Second loser. I've gone Odegaard / Noni Madueke needing miracles, needing the Pope, and I'm not talking about Nick, to get into this Arsenal team in big games because Trossard, he's been so good always, and he's just never gotten his minutes, but he never complains. He could have forced himself out of that club multiple transfer windows, but he puts his head down, he keeps working, grounds out a last-minute goal, last-minute assist, and now he's gotten some trust, and he's starting big games. Yeah. It's working out for him. Noni.
Unlucky, mate.
He got like 12 minutes.
Yeah. Unlucky champ.
Unlucky, yeah. I think he does. He obviously gets game time this season just from sheer volume of games. But
Yeah.
that was a bit of like a squad depth signing, and I think he wishes it wasn't. I think, and also now this game's suggested it's definitely.
And he had the worst time with that injury because he had that unbelievable game.
Yeah.
They went to international, scored,
Yeah.
and got injured.
Yeah.
And then Trossard been like, yeah, hold my beer.
It's my time.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
But that's Trossard the whole time at Arsenal, you're right. He just doesn't start of the season. When he gets busy, and they call on late goals, Champions League, Premier League's always Trossard.
Yeah.
It's like Arteta's like,
secret weapon.
yeah, him and Marino, just bring him on and they'll just do, and it's unbelievable. And they probably should start, but you know Madueke will find a way to start him. He'll probably start midweek versus Bayern. Like, unfortunately, as much as Trossard probably deserves it, I would still expect.
Is Odegaard out injured?
It's still out, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't care when he comes back. On the bench, you go, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he does if he gives them a good share of minutes between Trossard and Noni, just because you got some really good wingers, and they're both like very active wingers.
Yeah.
You need energy, and 5 subs in every game. You got to give players playing time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, from last night, they definitely losers because Eze and Tross, I want a heater. I like that. Left field, not as boring as my answers, Leith. That's a mean to those ones. All right, this week's segment is top 10 goalkeepers. I think we're going to run from down all the way up the next few weeks. We'll mention off mic, that probably should the same 10 players.
Yeah,
it's just probably the order they probably come in.
Yeah, and
how much do you favour history? How much do you favour reputation? How much do you favour form this season?
How much do you favour clean sheets from the better teams versus save percentage?
Yes. And I've made sure to write most of these stats in. Oh, but my eyes are going to hurt reading it out. So I probably won't read most of them out anyway.
That's why he's the boss.
That's why he has no life. He reads us that. Okay, I'll start with my number 10. I've gone Vicario.
Oh, nice.
I think out of the lot of them, least consistent.
Yeah.
Least trustworthy. If I'm having a goalkeeper in my net for tomorrow to make a team, he's my 10th choice. Basically, just to simply put. I think it's not this season, it's not last, it's just in general.
Yeah.
I just don't trust him as much as the other ones above him because all the 9 above, or actually, the 8 above and 1 on his day, I trust more.
I'm going to say something harsh. Vicario is a prime mid-table goalkeeper with his consistency, because you'll have those mid-table goalkeepers like Areola against Bournemouth, who has an absolute outrageous game week and then will go and concede 4. And he feels mid-table with his inconsistency. His ability might suggest otherwise, but inconsistency. Yeah,
I think the more we've seen of him, the more we realise he is not. Because at the start I thought he was unbelievable.
Yeah,
but I've realised as the time's gone on, he's just okay.
And he should have saved a few more goals.
Saved. It was
Eze's first one.
Eze's first one, and the 4th I thought he could have done a little bit better.
Yeah,
it was too far to the right.
Yeah,
so I was like,
and
14 goals conceded out of all these keepers. I think that's the most out of anyone I've got on this list.
Yeah,
so that sort of shows it where he's currently at. So you got him 10th as well.
I've got him 10th as well.
Can we go 2 and 2? I've got Martinez at 9.
Interesting.
Now, for the reason of, one, yesterday, that first goal he conceded, a little bit what's going on there. Yeah. Got a claim or punch. But again, the more we've seen of him, his best games are unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Bayern or PSG last year, one of those Champions League games where, yes, they lost, but he was unbelievable. Yeah. And Premier League we know, and obviously the World Cup, everyone knows about that. Yeah. But his lows, especially the last 18 months, have been pretty average. Yeah. And as such, again, the more I've seen him, the more of his catalogue, the less I'm like, don't trust this guy as much. And as much as he was demanding he was worth in the summer, I just don't think he's worth that. Yeah. And that's not his fault, but that's just where we look at him.
That's reputation.
Yeah, a bit of reputation. So he got 3 clean sheets. Again, some of the least out of these names. Conceded only 8 goals though. So he's made some good saves at good moments in time. But I just don't think his ability in goal matches some of the bonds above him.
He's also played less than most of the goalkeepers.
Yeah, with that start of the season.
I've gone Sanchez at 9.
Okay, yeah.
Because similar to how you said with Vicario, if I'm picking a goalkeeper out of all these guys, I'm picking Sanchez 9th.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe lower, but I think his stats are inflated because of Chelsea, like defensively this season, maybe. But he's very shaky. He might have some stats to him, but he doesn't pass the art test.
Yeah, like I have an 8. Just this is more stats weighted,
Of course.
because when I watch him, I feel for you.
Yeah.
my heart's in my mouth, and I don't even care for Chelsea. But on the weekend, we're sitting there, I'm thinking like, what is he doing? But to his credit, especially this season, even that Crystal Palace game we watched, the first game of the season, he does make the saves when he needs to.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I've seen him improve in recent times, in particular last 6 months, like hyper focus. We've seen at least more consistency with his hands.
Yeah.
His feet is just
Outrageous.
for someone who's known for his feet, he's not good with his feet.
Yeah.
Yet he's not known for his saving, but he makes good saves.
Yeah, I think his heart rate is like in the 150s across the whole 90 minutes because except when there's a ball like coming towards his face.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like cool, calm, collected, ball rocketed at him. Oh, I've got this. Put it down, and he's just like, oh, what did coach say I need to do with this again?
Yeah.
Like, oh, hoof it? Oh no, that was like...
I just wish he treated himself like Donnarumma and just got rid of it, just kicked it, just launched it.
Yeah.
If he did that, I honestly reckon he could be a top 5 keeper in the league.
Yeah.
Because his saving ability, as I said, has been really good recently.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
So I just think if it wasn't for his feet, which is apparently his trademark, he would be much higher. So he's 8 for me.
Yeah. I've gone Pope in 8.
Okay, yeah.
I rate him quite highly, and he does well. But I've sort of he goes under the radar. Actually, I think that's I can't think of a reason other than him just going under the radar because I think he most seasons he has the stats to back. He maybe doesn't have the reputation to back. But yeah, 8 for Pope.
Yeah. I like that under the radar. I'll use that later on. Pickford, I got 7th, which could be harsh.
Wow.
Could be
that
harsh.
is harsh.
But for the Everton David Moyes standard of clean sheet keeping and defensive solidity, it's probably not his fault, but maybe just the team's fault.
Yeah.
They haven't kept as many clean sheets or been as solid as I expected this season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what about internationally?
But the thing, if we're drawing like just overall globally, okay, different story. Yeah. But for what I expected and what I've seen this season, it's been a step down for Jordan Pickford for me.
Yeah, fair.
But that's because we hold him so high because we just know Pickford and we know Tarkowski and Brown's about to be this shithouse backline under David Moyes, don't concede goals. And they've only had 3 clean sheets this season. Again, that's not solely his fault, it's probably the backline as well. But with some of the form of these keepers, unfortunately, he just drops to that spot. I had him at 5 or 4 initially, and I just kept knocking him down, and that's where he's ended up at 7. So
I did the opposite with him. I was like, oh, I got to keep putting him up because...
And you just get sliding.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah.
He's heritage. He is heritage.
He is heritage.
Yeah.
And I think that's me going, like, a little bit more reputation. But he's always been like maybe that's FPL bias.
He's a banker for FPL.
Yeah, I think that's why he's made himself up. But I've gone 7 with Roche.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's no reputation involved. That's just pure save percentage. Pure save percentage. You top those metrics, you get in the list. Simple as that.
Yeah. You get high on my list if you have a good save percentage.
Oh, wow. Okay, so...
Never heard of the bloke, but boy, do I like Robert Rose.
Wow, someone's...
I've gone bold with my... Okay, I've gone less reputation and more this year, I've realised, compared to you. 6 for me. This is where I'm thinking, have I got it wrong? So I went Henderson above Pickford. But this is where, like, if you look at it globally, it switches around. But I think Premier League-wise, I like Henderson more than Pickford. Palace are clean sheet merchants.
Yeah, but that's Palace structure versus...
I know. And Everton had that same structure as well. We can't lie here.
No,
it is because 4-back versus 5-back, though, I know that.
Yeah. So you have more defenders.
Yes. But if we look at some of the highlights of Henderson this season, I remember that Liverpool game. he was making some ridiculous
Yeah,
saves.
fair.
I think Henderson and Pickford have incredible highlights. I just think, 6 clean sheets, only 9 goals conceded, and I'm pretty sure it's a better save percentage as well. So the metrics back him. The eye test, I think, is very similar.
Yeah.
Heritage backs Pickford, but I'm going with the vibes of Henderson.
Fair enough.
And he makes chants for the crowd. I've seen him start crowd chants. So I'm putting him above
crowd favourite.
Crowd favourite. So he's going in 6 for me.
So you're going, okay. I've gone Martinez 6.
Yeah.
Pretty
Pretty
plain.
fair.
He's got international reputation to back. Even though he's living off one moment, because like I actually don't know clean sheet stats for international football very well, but obviously the French teams, like
I don't think they were okay in that World Cup. I thought in terms of defensively, but I don't know if they kept that many clean sheets.
No. Yeah. Because you look at who was it? Was it Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia beat them.
Yeah, beat them.
I'm pretty sure the Dutch scored and then it all kicked off.
Yeah.
So they probably weren't that great, but best moment ever. Probably.
Moment, yeah. Living off a moment against the French.
Yeah. Pretty iconic.
It is. And also, like, does he have the most amazing defenders in the world?
Yeah, probably fair.
Yeah.
Aging fullbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a 5.
Yeah.
Let's see 5.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I went Nick Pope 5.
Fair.
I think I'm thinking what England fans are thinking, where like you watch all 3 of these guys, they're all in order, right? Pickford 7, Henderson 6, Pope 5. But yeah, if I'm picking England's team, I'm picking Pickford in goal, which makes no sense. But I feel like this is what England fans have been doing the last 3 seasons.
Okay, so you've gone the same concept as me, because you've ranked them like Pickford lowest, but you're gonna start him.
I'm still gonna start Pickford.
I've gone Henderson at 5, but
okay.
I back him over both Pope.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just we're just counter pointing ourselves basically.
Yeah. Because I think the reputation of Pickford gets him high on my list, but then form wise, others get high on your list.
That's the thing, right? Because to your point, I think Pope really goes under the radar.
Yeah.
And I was trying to go against my own bias because I think most years I have him quite low.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, he's still starting. Yeah. He had some competition in Dubravka last season, but he came back from injury and he's done a good job. And maybe recency bias to the weekend, he made some good saves as well. And he always seems to just come up trumps for Newcastle when they need him.
Yeah.
Yes, he has some stinkers, but I think all 3 of these keepers have some stinkers.
Yeah.
I just think currently on form, he is probably the best out of a lot of them.
Yeah. My thing was internationally, he doesn't get the time.
Yeah.
And so that's why he was quite low. But who was that 4?
That was my 5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone Henderson
5.
At 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny I won that one there. Okay, 4 for me, did go Robin Roofs.
Interesting, yeah.
Just because 80% save percentage is ridiculous.
I don't doubt that. But also you got to think like he's facing
a lot more shots.
Shots, and then also like I don't know. I haven't seen like average positions for like defensively, but I think Sunderland allow a bit more shots from further away.
Yeah.
Like in the channel.
For me, the thing I keep harping on about, maybe it's going to get tiring eventually, especially the next few weeks. We've got a lot of games coming up. But Palace, Forest, and I guess Arsenal as well, those 3 games where they got positive results, which were draw, win, and draw, it was because he made 9 saves, 8 saves. He averaged about 6 saves, 7 saves in those games, and that got them big points. So in terms of moments, he's had the moments, he's got the numbers, put it all together. I haven't seen enough about him yet to be disappointed yet, so he can stick a 4 for me.
Of course, sure. I've gone Pickford 4th.
Yeah.
Last season, this season, FPL. Last season, FPL, international. He's got the reputation. He's always been like England's number 1. I don't think should be going forward. I think Henderson probably should get the World Cup majority.
It's a bold decision to take out Pickford. Takes a lot of guts.
Well, I mean, it's been very like 50-50 from Tuchel. Like
Yes.
Pickford
yes.
plays one.
Mm.
Henderson plays one.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts throwing in Pope as well.
You got to throw it on the better keepers going around. So
Oh, Allah. He didn't even take Pope to the last game.
there you go.
He took Trafford.
Trafford doesn't even play.
Trafford
Interesting.
doesn't even play.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one come World Cup, though. Who actually starts match day one in that one?
Yeah.
Because Pickford, as I said, got the history, but yeah, Dean's
Dean.
FA Cup Community Shield hero.
Yep.
Can't complain with that. All right, big three. I thought we have the exact same three names.
Yeah, same
But
spots.
what's the order?
I think same order as well.
Alisson 3.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate his backline sucks.
Yeah. I think
Age, injury as well.
Van Dijk's aura's like run out and he's just
Finally.
like he's just resorted to twerking on camera.
Kick them while they're down. Why not? Just fucking slap them while they're down. No, honestly, I think I have him number one in terms of like goalkeepers goalkeepers in the world. If I think a top 10 keepers list, he probably ends up being at 2 or 1 with Courtois.
Yeah.
Just because I just rate Alisson that highly. But I'm sort of hyper focusing on the last 18 months and
Of
it's
course,
not been
yeah.
ideal. So he's 3. I would Donnarumma 2.
Me too.
Yeah. Give it for 4 or 5 more months. Could be 1.
Well, I mean, like I also based it on last season.
Yeah.
Like it might not be Prem based, but it's definitely Champions League and
Yeah.
Liga.
Yeah.
And also he's been really good in goal. Like he's made a good few saves, important saves.
4 clean sheets in limited games, or not the max amount of games as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's solid enough. And then Raya 1.
No argument
Yeah.
there. Like besides for the odd goal here and there, they were on course for the.
They were
on
on cost of the record, but you guys might still have that.
Oh, I think we should, but it's not like they can't keep a bunch of
No,
clean
they
sheets
can definitely
going
do that.
forward,
Yeah.
and that definitely helps their goals conceded per game.
Yeah, definitely. David Raya, ever consistent. And if you want to take it back, when he was at a mid-table team, one of the best shot stoppers in the league as well.
Yeah.
So he's done it at the big team, done it at the mid-table team.
I'm actually
Can't fault that.
I'm actually surprised he didn't save that Richarlison goal. He
got very close.
Genuinely, his feet were above his head, like at his zenith.
Yeah.
His feet were above his head, which is unbelievable commitment. It was just more like a
Crazy finish.
unbelievable finish with
Yeah.
backspin from like just from the halfway line.
It was a classy finish, but yeah. Oh, it still could be on for a record.
Still
Premier League
could.
record, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you have to put him in number 1, unfortunately.
Golden Glove, almost guaranteed.
Lock. Surely it's a lock, yeah.
Almost guaranteed.
Unless-
Betting apps won't even let you place that bet. You lose money.
It's a loser, yeah.
Yeah, you lose money if it hits.
Yeah, it's one of those ones there. He's that much of a banker for that. But there you go. Top 10, top 3 agreed on, and all the names agreed on.
Yeah.
Just the order. A little bit, me more form, you a little bit more reputation.
Rep goes a long way.
100%. All right, let's finish off then with the MVPs. And I reckon you might have the exact same players here. No?
No.
Okay. Do you want to start then? Who's your actually, you do your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Start with 5 points.
Start with 1. Build up, Floyd, yeah.
So I've gone honourable mention.
Oh, here we go. He's trying to cover his back. Here we go. What has he got?
Rogers.
Fair play. Me too. Honourable mention.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Then maybe not. Cool. And then I've gone Trossard with 1 point.
I like it.
I've gone Alphonse Areola with 2 points.
I agree with it.
Penalty save. Still conceded 2, but
Had a great game.
enough to get West Ham draw.
Got to take that. Back
Got
into
to
the
take
ball.
that. Similarly, I've gone Wilson
Okay. Yep.
with 3 points. On Harvey Barnes with a brace against City.
Yeah.
Should he have gotten 3?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
And then we've got Eze.
Yeah.
Depends where you're from.
Depends how you feel.
Depends how wrong you want to be.
Yeah.
Eze.
Yeah. Easy 5. Go 5. Well, all the names you mentioned, I somewhat agree with.
Okay.
So I had Wilson in my list. He got dropped. Rogers just couldn't fit him in, but honourable mention as well. Then I went Malik Tor, one vote, 7 clearances, 6 recoveries. Hung only had the 4 shots in the game. I know he had the high XG, but I think he did a really, really good job to keep him quiet. I agree with you with Areola. He gets 2 votes, 10 saves, 2.5 goals prevented. And I tell you what, Bournemouth should have scored 6 in that game there. So fair play to him for that.
Yeah.
Some crazy saves on him. I went Murillo 3 votes. Big win away at Anfield, keeps a clean sheet. Great goal.
Great goal.
Good touch and finish, considering he just dropped 2 in the box. 13 clearances and won every single duel with 3 blocks. So just ridiculous stats in that game there.
Shout, yeah.
Barnes, obviously 4 votes. I agree with you though. Scores 2. Probably should have scored 3, especially that first half chance. I think he really should have scored that.
That first chance,
should have backed. But he's made the left-hand side his. Considering Gordon, Alanga and all the talk pre-season, he's been the guy and he's been there the whole time. So finally they're playing him in his position and he's performing. So he's solved that problem for Newcastle. So he gets 4 votes for me and then Eze, the 5 votes. And yeah, I was going to mention at the start, but he just is a joy to watch play. Yeah. And like I said at the start of the episode, that was the most Crystal Palace performance I've seen from Eze this season.
Yeah.
He was free of the shackles. He was doing little flicks, back heels. He got the Olay started in the second half. He was laughing on them. He was hitting the celly. I couldn't wipe the smile off my face, which was hurting me. I was smiling at Arsenal winning.
Yeah.
But seeing Eze do what he does best against a rival on a big stage on a Sunday night, that's why I love watching him play. He is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I reckon the tagline I'd put, is bringing South London flair to the North London stage. That's what he did. He brought the Palace to the Emirates.
Yeah.
He was cold with it. And
those goals. I don't know how he didn't snap his leg in half with that first shot. wrapping it around. Was it Danzo? I think it was
in the end, yeah.
I think it was around like Danzo's challenge, wrapping, and then his leg like landed up against Danzo, and I'm just like, that's like knee injury central. Yeah. And then he just runs off.
Yeah.
Big.
That first goal was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Skip past 2 and then somehow got it through Danzo.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Outrageous.
Yeah. Second finish, classy. Third, just picks the corner out. It was just...
Yeah. I've spoken to 3 Spurs fans today. The most I've spoken to in a day. I don't associate. Sorry, Charlie.
He's not here.
And I've never seen such bitterness because to get snubbed in the window and then to score the coldest Hattie. It would have been worse if it was at Spurs Stadium.
Yeah.
That's the only way it gets worse.
Yeah. But getting laughed on, scoring 3, and how easy he scored 3.
Didn't take his shirt off, so didn't get boxed.
Yeah. He
joked about it, but not even a yellow card as like a consolation.
He honestly made it his playground.
Yeah.
He made the Emirates his playground. And yeah, it's just great to see him at the 10. And if you're an Arsenal fan, it's probably good to see a team actually play with some freedom.
Yeah.
Like, as much as you said Madueke, limited minutes, he even came on and, had a bit of flair. Saka looked unbelievable last night. They just play with little bit more pizzazz.
Yeah.
And boy, if they play with some pizzazz, good night.
That's nice and like unrobotic from a Pep disciple.
Yeah. Finally
which is incredible. Unfortunately, I think Odegaard is
gone.
I think Odegaard is too. He's as robotic as like a 10 gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if this is how Arteta wants to play, which I think it is, I mean, winning 4-1 against Spurs, it's hope you.
Yeah.
It'd be scary if it's not how he wants to play.
What's next?
Yeah. What's next for Odegaard? Because you captain of a team and then.
Yeah, it's not great.
Not great.
But if he gets to hold up a trophy, I guess that's all he really cares about. And honestly, a bit off topic, but I reckon Saka with the armband is a different breed. Like, he plays a bit angrier.
Yeah.
I know it was a derby, so they're always going to be angry, but he was, like, very locked in, very like at them for minute one. I thought, okay, I haven't seen this from Saka before.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate them not giving it to Declan Rice. I like they give it to Saka.
Yeah.
Local academy. I just saw that run out, everything's ticking. I wouldn't really mess around with what this 11's got now.
Yeah, well, it has been like one exceptional game. Like they didn't have a what was not a positive result against Sunderland.
Dropping points. Yeah.
So like, it's been one exceptional game. I don't know if this is the exact system. All jokes aside, it's definitely looking positive. But
Chelsea next.
We'll see how it goes. Reece James fit, hopefully.
Yeah.
That would. Hopeful, possibly like a bit of a better performance from centre backs. Not that they had a bad game. It's just more so like they
could have a tough time with their hands.
They could have a very tough time. We definitely need our two defensive midfielders on their best performance to stop those.
Yeah.
To stop those good, like, I guess, like 10s or attacking midfielders that Barca have. Barca just spawn out of nowhere, by the way. Like Firmin and Dani Olmo.
Just they have too many.
Too many good, attacking-minded players, which hopefully we can benefit from.
Yeah, get him on the break. There you go. That's the weekend wrapped.
Yep.
Your boys won. My boys are playing tonight.
Winning tonight, yeah.
Fingers crossed. I think if we win, we go. I think I've done the math. I think we go third if we win. So please,
above City is crazy.
Win. Yeah. Oh, if I can take a screenshot of that. Liverpool not in the frame. City just below us.
Stop the count.
Finish the league now, please. But yeah, it's been another good weekend. As I started the episode with, it was a proper Premier League weekend. Big teams dropping points, drama and derby, and a lot. But next week, you lot play Arsenal on Sunday. It's another massive game. That'll be the big one to talk about next weekend. But for this weekend, it's all about Arsenal. There you go, 6 points clear. And they've got a massive week. Actually, both of you guys have a massive week. You guys have Chelsea. Chelsea have Barca and then Arsenal. And Arsenal pretty sure have Bayern. And then you guys. So crazy week for both those two teams. Thanks for joining me, man. Been a good one.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Remember, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your mates. Check out the clip that'll come out midweek as well. Until next week. See you later.